year, the record this season, looking for 30 wins here this year. He received that Coach of the Year, and then just days later, his team won the conference tournament to get the automatic bid. And Dainja
with the knockdown, that was a heat check.
He's in a good spot right there, but just better offense.
And the putback there for Dainja.
Run that floor, and he's going to look to seal at the rim.
Well, he's a guy who's got guard skills, even though he's got that big body at 6'9". Here he is, that little shoulder shake, pump fake,
that's
and a shot.
That's
the other senior starter alongside Neat Clifford, playing in his final NCAA tournament.
This is where Memphis has a decided advantage.
1 for 5 from the field, his first trip to the free throw line, and he chases down his only miss.
He knew that was off from the second that left his hand. He was the quickest to the ball. That's inside out, transferred over. Guy that played at Arkansas Little Rock, had a nice freshman season, has been a big part of Colorado State's success this year.
Dainja, look at that between the legs. Oh, look at that guard like. Basically forced Clifford to miss.
Pick, roll.
Give it right back to Dainja. Ball's loose, and the putback is good. The impact of Memphis, so that's part of the success here for Colorado State here this year, and certainly part of their 10-game win streak coming into today. Off the 1 foot, Haggerty's not there. Dainja puts it back with authority.
It's a UAB team that's 7th in the country in fast break points. They get 19% of their points on the run.
Well, and there's going to be times you want the ball in Haggerty's hands, bringing it up the court, because UAB has been denying them in the half court. So you got to get him a touch, even if it starts with him as the ball handler. It becomes 4-on-4 at this point.
Oh, Vasquez left Dainja. First 2 point guards. Tyrese Hunter, who never misses a game, is out with a foot injury, and Dante Harris, the Virginia transfer, is still out with an ankle injury. They seal off the backside, and Dainja is able to take the game at Birmingham at Bartow Arena. Lindenborg misses the 8-footer. And here's Dainja bringing it up. Dainja's not stopping anytime soon. And it's a 3. Tony feeling good. 4-point UAB lead.
Yaxel has been the best player on the court, no question, in this game on both ends. Rebounding, scoring, distributing.
Dainja working on Lindenborg. Jump hook with the left. Do it.
Not only do you get the free throws, you get the ball back and you score on the baseline out of bounds play.
Dainja on the other side of the rim.
That's such a great touch.
Here comes UAB the other way, but Coleman lost the handle on it. Jordan cut off, and Memphis will reset. Dainja backing him down. And he spins past him, and he's fouled!
With 6 boards, we have not said his name enough. Got to try to get him some easy 2s if you're Memphis at some point.
Got a baseline camera guy picked up the charge. Good job, Adam.
Cisse getting in the way, much better. Cisse really I think you got to say, look, Memphis is a good 3-point shooting team, but we can't let them beat us from 2. Make them beat us from 3. Force it out of Dainja's hands.
Dainja attacking Lindenborg with a burst. Lindenborg gives it up. McGee. Nope. Coleman is there, and he's redirected by Cisse. Now here comes the locomotive. Dain Dainja all the way down the floor. Any of its last 5 field goal attempts, with Button Johnson getting it done from the free throw line. And into the hands of Dain Dainja. 2 years at Baylor, and then Illinois. And a jump hook. He is Haggerty to beat the shot clock. That would have been icing on the cake. Dainja, though, trying to pay it off, and he does.
Haggerty have an ISO situation. When he puts the ball on the deck, there's going to be gap help on either side.
There's P.J. Carter, finds Dainja. Watch out! Another hammer by Dainja.
Come on, seeing him get another ball screen. Probably too late now.
Fires. And skips off wide right.
Well, they got a good look the previous possession by twisting the ball screen.
Dainja got deep early, and he finishes with the left.
Well, that's good.
Step.
Well, and he got an opening there as Memphis was trying to switch back to get the big on the big, but didn't get it done in time.
Dainja on the block. Spin move. And and a nifty left hand. And with a lot of emotion, Glenn settled down and had a nice game.
Yeah, that was the start of the game. He was on edge. He admitted he was a little bit nervous about the venue. And credit to Coach Hunter and this staff and the team to say, hey, calm down, get it together, because he turned out to have a great game.
Gives the Green Wave the lead, the first for Tulane since the 14:38 mark of the first half.
I love the read by Woods. He saw the big man backpedaling.
Oh, Dainja with a two-hand jam. How does a guy...
They're just letting guys cut behind them, and just because you're next to your man doesn't mean you've taken it away. And just like a cornerback that doesn't know where the ball is, the quarterback is just throwing it right over his shoulder, and that's what they're doing on this end of the court for the Green Wave.
Dainja lays it off the glass. He's got
a team that they're going to the NCAA tournament no matter what. Tulane knows if they lose this game, their season is over. So can you be the more desperate team, even though you have life after this game?
Dainja looking for Cisse, decides to drive instead, and got it! The freshman gets it to go fifth in the league in three-point percentage.
A good confident shot for him. He was non-existent offensively last game.
Dainja receives the entry pass in fifth. Hunter finds Haggerty, whose first shot falls off, but Dainja is on the glass. Through traffic, and the big fella going to the line. Dainja with the steal. Big fella rumbling.
Strong left side where he loves to finish through contact.
9 threes yesterday for Wichita State, second most this season. Dainja bangs inside. That's what he's best at. First 2/3 of the season, it was horrendous. Here's Okogie behind Dainja. Working on Cortez. Big fella gets another touch and lays it in. Bosniak gets whistled for the foul.
Is that and has that much space. I think you can still find a way to keep him out of the paint, perimeter oriented. You just got to get up there on the line and be solid.
Tigers have missed their last 5 shots. Here's Dainja to the rim. He can move. Cortez working on Dainja's back in there with a right shoulder wrap, and Dainja with his second block of Cortez in this game. Haggerty feeds the big fella. Let him eat.
Wichita State offense has looked disorganized and unsure of themselves, and not the confidence that they played with yesterday and the first 15 minutes of this one.
Dainja, little jump hook. By the way, last night, Shockers by 1. Still haven't made a field goal since the 4:32 mark of the first half. They've been getting it done at the line. Dainja.
And then jumped in there off 1 foot, out of control. When he lands off 2, pivots, and he gets up in there, he's got great elevation. He can get a good, clean look at the rim just like that.
Hunter brings it back out. Haggerty circling to the top. Dainja fouled and one.
Amazing. He's had 5 straight 20 more win seasons here in Memphis. But it's the Bulls up 4. C.J. Brown knocks down those free throws. Here's Dain Dainja. Jump hook is good. It is good. Quincy Adamakoya knocks it down.
Another Kennesaw State transfer out of North Cross High School. Get 2.
They've come off those turnovers. Again in transition, Jimmy Williams. He misses that 3. Here comes P.J. Haggerty back the other way.
Pretty basketball.
To Dainja, and he lays it in.
To go out and shoot the quickest shot, like they were playing pickup basketball. He's talking to them about how they need to execute. That's pretty good execution right there. He deserves for that.
5-point lead here from Memphis. 17:30 to play. Inside to Dainja. Jump hook with the left hand. Nice touch.
Good point blank range.
Missed the free throw. Lead is still 5.
Fella showing off a little hat.
Here's the body and the left hand again.
To themselves. Let's see if they try to get the basketball back inside to Dain Dainja. That was a screen to screener, and now he's going to work one-on-one.
Nearly had it taken away. Got it back.
With a Ruben Chinyelu, as well as an Alex Condon playing together, a Janai Broome, playing as well. So I'm interested to see how these two guys go.
Tyrese Hunter into Dainja. Dainja again.
Shot. Jaden Reed, even though he's 5'10", 161 pounds, he knew he had foot speed over Dain Dainja and was patient enough to get to the basket.
Tyrese Hunter to Dainja.
Again. It was absolutely incredible.
.430 now. Hey! Dainja.
Teaching here at Memphis.
Rising up, missing the lane is McGee. Back and forth, no look pass. Dainja finishing with the left. Memphis up.
To play at that level with his versatility. Here he is at the head of the press. He's long, he can finish in the paint, and he makes great decisions with the basketball.
Dainja trying to make a move to the bucket, and he's got his own hand. Here's P.J. Haggard to see if he can get going. Trying to get downhill. His jumper off the mark. Dainja tips it to himself. Oh, there's the power slam. Look at a little two-man with Haggerty now. Haggerty trying to get aggressive. Gets his own miss. Back to Dainja. Pump fake with the left, plus the foul.
Dainja, see right now, you have two high-level teams going at it.
Dainja rings out. Getting the miss. Excuse me, that was Jordan.
Action that they had, getting the ball from side to side, moving with good screens and man movement, and the backdoor pass created an opportunity to have the extra pass for the layup.
Dainja with the spin move, protects himself.
He checked into the game off the bench, fresh.
Three ball, Hunter. That one came out, but Dainja has been inbound. Looking like a football set, running routes. And they get it back to Hunter, caught in the air, trying to get it across the timeline, and they do. Dainja, one-on-one as Aguero! Dainja!
Right, when I was recruiting Jaden Springer to come to IMG Academy, Emory played for that team with Bobby Mays Elite, so I've seen Emory a lot, man, so it's been amazing to watch him grow as a basketball player and play for his dad.
Dainja, the spin in the lane,
man.
and that first step is on in that crouch and then comes up, makes both. That ends the Memphis run. Tigers have hit 5 of their last 7 as we approach 16 to play, and they're up 10-3.
And right now, if you're Rice, right, you can't score the basketball, but you got to try to force Memphis into turning the ball over like they did when they were in Houston. because if they just continue to score, just like that right there, it's going to be tough.
On defense, and we are tied at 46.
We got a ball game, and you can hear this Memphis crowd, this Tiger faithful, trying to rally their team, just looking for a spark, looking for energy. And who's going to be the answer for the Tigers? That's what you're asking yourself right now.
Baden Powell and Anglin 13 apiece. Dainja pump fake, gets it.
Switch it up, switch ball screens. Let your defense dictate your offense right now. You can't shoot it from three very well this game. Okay, cool. Get turnovers, get out and run.
Trey, Memphis coming off the win over Florida Atlantic. There's an alley-oop dunk for Dainja. Tough shot contested by Husinovic.
Great rebound by Dainja, man.
Husinovic.
Wow.
A real contested shot. Tough shot there. And Memphis looking to add to that lead. Dainja spins in the lane.
Work out, big fella. Work out, big fella.
Up with the left hand. 6 points off the bench for Dink Yates in the first half. Anglin. Loose ball and almost got tipped in. Powell battling Dainja, but Dainja comes down with it.
And he's posting. I mean, look at him. Get him a touch. Get him a touch, man. Go right inside. You run the floor like that.
So bonus time is coming. We had a bunch of free throw shot in the first half. The lead for Memphis, just 2. Hunter down the lane. Dainja in traffic. Oh, what a move as he blows by. And 2. Rice has hit their last 3 from the field. They're now 44% from the field. Memphis down to 47% from the field. And the long ball not helping Memphis. They're just 2 of 12. Dainja, again, working against Powell. He has every move in the lead is 4 for Memphis, under 2 to play. Haggerty now at 19. Dainja blocks the shot. Dainja behind the defense. Dainja lays it up and in.
And
how many blocks Dainja has, but Haggerty, the guy you want at the free throw line, and of course the announcer's jinx.
And guess who?
Dainja gets the rebound.
Evans out of control, saved it inbounds. It's Dainja running the break. The big fella goes right past Miller. Counted in the foul. Down behind the play. Carroll stepped through, couldn't finish. Dainja, power dribble, takes it home. Moretti keeps it alive. And rejected by Dainja.
That's what you got to avoid against the Tigers. They're speeding you up. The pressure is bothering you. You got to be patient and make sure you execute your offense.
Dainja, jump shot over the small. Voikatitis, the freshman, against Dainja, the fifth-year senior. Voikatitis remains on the bench to start the half. They go right into Dainja to get the big fella involved.
Switching 5. Carroll and Baba Miller's size inside will be a problem for the Memphis Tiger guards. And instead of settling for jump shots, set the ball screen, allow Memphis to switch, and then use your big guys and play through them.
There's Tyrese Hunter. Dainja circling, goes off the window with the left hand. Here comes Hunter again. Knifes into the lane. Dainja counted and foul. Dainja the rebound. And the putback.
They need to throttle down defensively. They can do so. Balance and scoring. Any of these guards are capable of having a big night. Dain Dainja inside. Scoring 20 points off turnovers, 42 points in the paint. Just overwhelming the Owls here. I think they shot themselves in the foot at times with the free throws and inability to box out inside.
No doubt. Owls 5 for 18 from the line. And they've been out-rebounded by 7. Dain Dainja's had a big part of that. What a shot with the right hand.
From the top, Washington a 3. Hunter claims it for the Tigers. Both of these teams had over 50 rebounds their last time out. Dainja, leaner, that's pretty.
Cortez is no longer feeling fluish. He's been really good attacking the rim.
with the hammer. How good is that? Throw and a beautiful finish by Kason Jennings. Bulls score 15 points a game in transition. Feels like they're willing to run. Dainja left hand. It's beautiful. Juice coughs it up.
Cisse's a guy you want to throw lobs to, not low bounce passes.
Stolen away by Dante Harris. Wing feed back to Dainja. Got good feet. And he converts.
More play calls I think he has his entire career.
Corner three off the rim. Dainja the rebound. PJ Haggerty. Great example. He gives him 3.7 assists a game. Dainja with the fake. Beautiful move.
I think they've got.
Now they can, throw a rock in a mud puddle every once in a while, come up with a bad loss. They dropped one to Arkansas State in the non-con. Here's Haggerty trying to turn the corner. Williams had him cut off. Dainja. 30-point win. Instead, they let Charlotte back into the contest, played sloppy late, and it ended up being only a 9-point victory. Here's Dainja on the run. Nifty move. In triple overtime. Buddy Hield went for a school record 46 for the Sooners that game. 8 now for Jameel Reynolds.
He's starting to get more quality touches here in the second half is Reynolds.
Dainja fadeaway jump at Thompson Bowling.
Florida, Tennessee, but in terms of having stars in the arena, we had Florida, Tennessee, those Joakim Noah, Al Horford days, and Peyton Manning was coming off his Super Bowl.
Here's Haggerty. Bedford was a
Memphis than anything else. It was sloppy in the first half with some of the turnovers that Memphis had, but they closed out the half well.
And it's up and it's good by Tobiasen, and we're tied at 12.
And Aiden Tobiasen shooting 50% in American League games. Looked really comfortable on that one.
Played in 40 minutes in the last game and went to double overtime, so it was 50 minutes total in the game. But for the freshman out there with 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, getting the start for the injured Jamal Mashburn Jr., who was out last game and is out today. Dainja with a hook, got it to go down. You're wondering if this pressure would ever even really get to Temple, and it finally does. Dainja running the break. So now you got both Cisse and Dainja in, along with P.J. Carter, P.J. Haggerty, and Colby Rogers. Haggerty. Somehow it got out to Rogers. Here's Dainja. Working his way in. On Gray. The hook. There it is. Memphis and Temple's second meeting of the season here today underway. Here's Harris. Dainja hands it off for Haggerty. Dainja with 5 to shoot.
And that was a pretty good block by Nick Jourdain, but nonetheless, the basket counts for now.
And that's what Coach Hardaway told us before the game, you and I in the locker room. Much better defense collectively by his group. That's what he's been impressed by. Dainja scores.
Just don't go off.
Rogers pulls up inside the circle. No, but Dainja the follow. The lane, but it goes right into the hands of Isaiah Barnes. Thank you very much, and we're tied at 4.
And I'll tell you what, Memphis is trying to pick up the pace here. As you see, they're trying to score fast now.
And what a move by Dainja. Little tournament down in Fort Worth.
And we had a chance to talk to Coach Conkle, and he mentioned his team has not. Here's Dain Dainja off to the races.
And he slams it down at the other end. Smart move. That's all about sulking a little bit, which is exactly what he did. Dainja gets the tip-in off the Haggerty mix.
That's 3 possessions, right? They're that good, right? They can beat you on offensive glass. When you give a team 3 times the score, I mean, it's college basketball, man.
How good does Schmeichel look?
He's freshman.
Yep.
Yeah, freshman, man.
Leads the team in rebounds.
How about Dain Dainja, though? He has an answer.
Remaining in the second half, a fresh 20 for Memphis after the kicked ball. Dainja, great feed, and that'll be goaltending.
Shooting the basketball, I don't know about that one, but you just got to get out to the shooters, I guess.
Oh, what a tap from Dain Dainja. Count it, and he's fouled. What a play by Nicholas Dain.
And you never know what could happen. I don't know that anyone would have predicted a Temple UAB conference championship game last year. So until you're sent home in Fort Worth, you got a chance, guys.
Thank you, Matt. Dainja, nobody defends, and Dain gets an easy rip. 17-point lead for Memphis. Rogers trying to make it 20. No. Harris stole it. Dainja, big-time thunder. 16 from beyond the arc. That's not bad, 38%. Haggerty, not that time. Dain, offensive rebound. And Memphis will use some clock. Memphis now 9 of 19 from 3. Fans love the hustle. Second chance opportunity for Memphis. They're being out-rebounded by 5. Dainja. In traffic. Oh,
that big man is
goes
working.
To the left
he's
side.
working right now.
He was
7 on the shot clock. Dainja gets his own miss. Back with the left hand. He's got the footwork and he's got the pass screen. Pull up from Broadnax. And a good box out rebound from Dain Dainja. Tyrese Hunter may have traveled. Good footwork for the...
He said a huge help in all of that has been his staff. He said, look, when you're trying to build a program, you need people who are bought in and giving the right messaging to your team, and his staff has done that.
Beautiful pick and roll, no look pass.
Away from a double. Glenn back for Banks. Baseline jumper, no. And the rebound to P.J. Carter.
Tulane has cooled off on the offensive end, and part of that has been this Memphis team disrupting the rhythm by just getting back and playing half-court defense.
Dainja got up to a fast start. He's been quiet since, and the blow-by on Banks. Hutt got his own miss, and Cam Williams has his first points.
Both teams play in this zone, so it just feels like this second half is going to be a bit of a grind.
Dain Dainja on the block. It is second best in league play per KenPom. Woods on a step through, had it roll off. Memphis with numbers. Hunter at the controls. Dain for Dainja on the block. Way toward Glenn. Haggerty's running the floor. Haggerty high off the glass. Dainja cleans it up.
To touch the corner once in the possession. And I like it if it's a playmaker.
Haggerty is in the corner on the right, top of your screen. Only 6 points on 3 of 11 shooting for the nation's second leading scorer. Dainja with a fake on Jordan. And Dainja muscles in for 2. And ready to go in New Orleans. Doug Shouse tips it up. Memphis controls with Colby Rogers off to Tyrese Hunter. And away we go. Tulane in its matchup zone. Squaring off with the Tigers. 16-4 overall, 6-1 in the American like we showed you. 3-game winning streak, and they have won 7 of 8. And here is Dain Dainja. Back-to-back starts on the reverse. And to shoot, Glenn's got it. Coming off one of his best games in a Tulane uniform. Missed it from deep. Dainja the rebound.
An entire possession really established by the pressure in the backcourt. You only really had to defend for a solid 15 seconds if you're Memphis.
Showed you 4 of the 5 starters, and Nick Dain, the lone returning scholarship player from last year's Memphis team. Here is Dainja working on the freshman Cam Williams, a size advantage, and Dainja's got empty footwork.
This Tulane team really plays well together. They have good body language, they communicate very well, and they're not all young in age, but they're young together, and it takes time to figure out how one another wants to play. That's just going to be too easy.
Down.
And UAB, the 9th highest scoring team in the country, has started 1 for 8. Rolled inside to Dainja for the dunk. Haggerty. Dain will miss the layup. Coleman, and it floats it to nobody. Rogers picks up the steal. Dainja wants the lob and gets it from Haggerty.
Much needed 3 for this Tigers team. Quiet this crowd a little bit.
Just a 31% shooter from out there. First three-pointer for either team today. Dainja against Lindebord. I'd love to get him in foul trouble early. Dainja will go to the left hand. Now 4 for 7 from deep.
and getting contributions off of their bench. Johnson coming in, knocking down a couple of threes.
And Dainja left alone for an easy 3 for 3.
That's what I call a heat check, I think, huh? Whew. His feet weren't even square to the basket when he let that one go.
Oh, melted butter. 29% three-point shooter on the year, has been perfect to start. Underborg against Dainja, rolls around, and that's too easy. His nickname has hardly ever felt more appropriate. 14 of the 28 for UAB. Dainja from Cisse, that'll be goaltended in.
That first non-offensive foul call may have had a little bit of an impact on that one, but a good play there by Nick Jourdain, stepping in, taking the charge.
Dainja the last 3 baskets for Memphis. Johnson the last 3 for UAB. Jourdain, and Dainja. Conference games had a combined 15 first half points. 56 of his 71 points in the American games had come in the second half. So a point of emphasis to get him finally involved early. Dainja will screen for Haggerty. 4 to shoot. I mean, why not? Who else are you going to give it to? They can't.
UAB just has to find a way to put a couple stops together. It can't be one here, one there. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 in a row if they're going to get back into this game.
Dainja right-handed. He deserved that roll.
Dain Dainja just had to get out of the way there. Didn't want to pick up his 5th foul. But Ezewiro has given the Blazers pretty good minutes off the bench. Again, just the defensive end is where they really struggled. I mean, you see Memphis 80 points with almost 7 minutes left in the game.
Dainja left-handed again. P.J. Carter. Low catch for Hunter. And he misses another 3. And then Ballard had the ball in his hands and it pinballed out to Dainja.
Before the game started, there was tape all over the floor on certain segments where they know where to stop certain players on Memphis. And that comes in handy, especially when planning. And they plan like that in majority of their games.
Turnaround shot is in. Memphis shot 28% from 3 on Thursday night in the loss. This one bounces off the rim, grabbed by Dainja and put back home. He has scored 9 straight here for Charlotte to draw to a 10-point game. Jourdain inside. Turnaround shot up and in.
And that's what I would prefer. If you're Rosado, those are those situations that you give yourself a chance to be a big separator for Memphis moving forward in the season is how to close games out. And that's a toughness. That's a toughness aspect, a trait, a feature, and that he's trying to instill in his guys. One thing Coach Hardaway talked to me about was, you know, how he grew up around tough guys that instilled it in him early. He said that when he was a kid, there was this semi-pro boxer that would run everywhere for miles and miles, and one day Penny just noticed it and said, can I run with you? He said, yeah, but you can't stop.
Oh, but they're going to need some help. 7 to shoot. Haggerty at the foul line, missed the shot. Dainja grabs it and hammers it home.
His catching of the ball and his passing, especially against any kind of zone defense, extraordinary.
Phil Memphis has missed 9 of the last 10. Dainja with that finishing, which has really improved.
Shot. If he misses it, does he get an H if we're playing horse here? That was a horse shot.
I would agree. Well, under 1 second separate the clocks here. The crowd was really encouraged with the start to the game.
Really salute the Temple defense. They're going to get out of this half with Memphis scoring less than 30 points.
Hunter working with Dainja. 6 to shoot, right hand, good for Dainja. It is a back and forth colossal matchup.
Well, there's no question. It's blue bloods are in the building on Monday.
All right, here we go out of the timeouts. Dainja inside. They needed that. That's a big swing. 2 points to 5. 16 from Ashburn. Dainja skips and finishes. 11 in the game. 8-point game. Haggerty gives it up, and the finish from Dainja.
He now has a half dozen. Lead is 9 as we hit the 16-minute mark in half number 2. East Carolina has never beaten a ranked team on the road. 0-56, trying to stun the college basketball world and beat the 19th ranked Tigers. Dainja, the runner, and it goes. Kind rim. East Carolina more confidence with each passing minute in this game.
But what is it? It's the 50-50 ball. It's the effort. It's the energy. And right now, East Carolina just has a little bit more pep in them step than the Memphis Tigers do.
Pirates have outscored the Tigers 18-8, now 18-10 in the second. Just under 10, now has 4.
And that's the 4th double-double of the year for RJ and the 8th of his career.
Well, you knew he was going to be ready to go. Leader of that team. Okogie nearly turned it over, then got it to Dainja.
Trevion LeBeau.
The energy he has brought to this game, infectious, because the Pirates are all playing like that. They know they can pull off a huge upset, but Dainja says, I have a
39, and Penny Hardaway impressed with the way his team not only took a big lead, but then continued and then even extended that big lead. Dain Dainja inside was a big part of that. He had all 16 of his points unfinished. Jonathan Massey stops the 10-0 Tiger run. Haggerty. Dainja had Carter in the corner. Instead, he'll take it to the block. I think a new career high as he would not stop. 13 for Mulai Sissoko. And now he'll try to defend Dainja. Around to the left hand again. Dainja gets it to fall.
All right, we got a little battle for it, too, so let's just be clear on that.
This has been the best 8 years by far in North Texas basketball history. 4 straight years with a postseason win, one in the NCAA tournament over Purdue, and a bunch of NIT success since then.
Also get to a point now where they're so good and competitive where you're not going to get a lot of those opportunities. Nobody wants to play you.
Dainja trying to bully his way in. He will, and he'll tie it. And go off, who we miss every day, especially when a big man throws down a dunk.
Did you practice that?
What?
Does that come out naturally, the Laureate Express? Or...
Yeah. Dainja.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
That's a move.
Dainja calling for a clear out for Cisse. He'll take the ball instead. Another kick for the corner. It's Carter missing. Dainja rebounding. Dainja with a right hand finish.
To learn what you don't want.
Walker made that shot maybe a little more difficult than it needed to be. Cisse flips it out to Haggerty.
Well, I think Walker was looking for contact, drawing fouls, but I really do. I think Penny's learned, like, I don't do well with just having superstars. I'm reading the defender. Am I going to take it into the chest or shoot the floater? Dainja held back. That's a tough shot.
There slips it through for Dainja again. Left hand dribble against Carroll, and Dainja floats it in. 15-point lead. Maybe a good time to experiment a little for Penny. He usually plays 3 or 4 guards. Dainja, no, and the tip is there. Got 7. Quieter night for him. He's led FAU in scoring 4 consecutive games, averaging 21 a game in those 4.
I actually like what Penny's doing. Just saying, Dainja's been effective. He's playing with a bounce. I like keeping him in at this point. You know, you got Cisse in to finish it off.
Why not?
There it is.
Left hand finish. Ding. Great piece by Jason Watts and Memphis Commercial Appeal. So Penny put him through some hard drills in the next week. Then they crushed Mississippi by 17 in the next game. Another really good, really tough SEC team.
I just think this has to be one of Penny's teams where you go, guys, do you understand how good we are and how good we can be? And there he is. It's got to be we first, then me, right? That they seem to find the balance much better.
Penny Hardaway quoted Larry Brown, who coached him in the NBA, then was an assistant here, as Dainja finishes again. He's got 6.
Transfer from Virginia. He's only practiced 3 times with the Tigers. Coach Hardaway says we trust him because he has that defensive foundation from Virginia. There's Harris. Finds a big man Dainja far away from the basket. Harris.
Nice slip.
Hunter with the blow by. Wrap around. And Dainja throws it down.
He can do that as well. And nice job of Dre Davis getting on the offensive glass that time as the Ole Miss Rebels try to turn up the notch in their aggressiveness.
Grenade bounce pass. Dominic Dainja for the lay-in. Ohio State and Oregon and then Notre Dame and Georgia in the All-State Sugar Bowl.
I got to get your quick take, man. What do you think about the college football playoff, man, the first year?
Look, even though there were some blowouts, we love the fact that everyone's getting an opportunity to play now. Dainja inside, finishes, plus the foul.
And then we see some pressure from Ole Miss, which I thought we would see more of in this basketball game. A 1-2-2. And let's see if they're more aggressive with it.
Rodgers could have pulled it, but he's going to use some clock.
And that's probably why we haven't seen as much of the pressure. The Memphis Tigers have done a nice job of attacking the pressure anytime the Rebels have extended themselves defensively.
Watch out! Dainja coming through! Haggerty with some speed. Off the mark, tipped around. Dainja brings it up.
Some protection, the length, and the size in getting to the paint today.
Dainja, just get out the way.
Whistle. And they got plenty of time to do it, but they got to start doing things like that.
Dainja in the basket lane. One-handed slam.
Now, they did a good job in the preseason. They did what they had to do, except for that Arkansas State game. They really had a great pre-conference season.
Next up for Memphis, they do have a matchup against Ole Miss on the 20th.
This team has. He is starting to really play well. Played about 20 minutes a game at San Diego State last year.
10-5 this year on average for UVA as their second leading scorer. Starting to hit from three more consistently. Dain Dainja on the floor for Cisse, and Dainja trying to step back from three. Good job by Sharma to stay down. Leads to Haggerty off balance. Dainja battling for the ball, and Dainja puts it up and in. Points off turnovers right now are 14-0 in favor of UVA. Largest lead tonight for Virginia team looking for a major win against one of the more battle-tested teams in the nation. Dainja inside from 5 to shoot. It's Murray. Had 7 in the first half. Swirls it out from 3. Memphis looking for its first lead and a goal defense.
But when you think about, we were concerned because there was no one in the stands. Of course, the students are out right now, but I think it's been an upgrade. I believe these guys can make some noise back here.
I think so, too. We heard from some folks watching, wondering where the crowd was. It's actually a pretty good crowd. It's just in the normal spot where the students would be. Understandably, they weren't here until now.
Over 2,000 students in the section. Because there's chef hats in the building in Littlejohn right now, and the Tigers take their first lead of the game. Should I say Clemson Tigers? Because the Tigers have led the entire game.
And will the rest of the way. Approaching 90 seconds to go in this first half. Cisse comes up, frees some space for Dainja, who answers right back. Found Dainja. Can't lay it in. Got it back, and Dainja follows.
Great effort by Dainja.
And now Chase Hunter off the fake. Had it poked away by Tyrese Hunter.
And his numbers right now for the Tigers.
Dainja running the floor. Tie ball game.
And so right now, if you're Brad Brownell.
Memphis stands around and watches. The red-shirted Red Wolves are going to be more than happy to do it as we look at that 45% three-point for Memphis. And Arkansas State, one of the great defensive teams from behind the arc. We got a three-point matchup today. It's really special. Dainja in by a bunch against UAB. But these are all different players, by the way, except for Nick Jordan.
Right. Dainja. It's his own rebound. Powers his way through with a bat. 3-ball. Good. It's Dominguez. 17 points for him. He's yet to miss from three-point range. He's 3 for 3 as Dainja was calling for it in the post. Throws it down. That lead it by 16 points. Their largest lead of the day has been 18. Long 3 by Rodgers is no good. Dainja, offensive board and a step back.
And Memphis a really good second half team.
Rodgers, great defense, never left his feet. It's 5-on-4 for Memphis as Abram tries to get back down at the other end, but Hunter lost the dribble there.
And both of these teams need a media timeout. Man,
Memphis football that they went back-to-back with at least 10 wins for a season. Dainja gets it inside. Oh, what a spin move and monster dunk. Drives. Bacho got that one at its apex.
79-61. As mentioned, Johnson to the bench with 2. Cardwell back in. Baker Mazzara's back in the game. J.P. Pegues is in, a transfer from Furman. Pass. Pettiford to Brew.
The pace with which this Auburn team plays is really intimidating.
Dainja scores over Johnson.
Got Chad Baker Mazzara guarding Tyrese Hunter. His length is an issue.
Dainja one-on-one with the Broom, almost turned it over, kicks it out to Haggerty, now gets it back. And a strong move. Dainja can do that. Haggerty in and out. And Dainja sticking with it to get the 2.
Now Memphis is just deflated.
But you know what? This has not been a lost week or anything close to it for Memphis. I mean, they beat UConn, and they will finish second here, be 2-1 in this tough field. That's a good few days for Penny Hardaway and his team, too. Dainja drives, and it's going to spin in. So Dain Dainja's got it here. Michigan State is deeper, and if Cisse is unable to play, then Memphis really gets a little bit thinner in the front court.
Knocking down a couple threes, Dan, has to really buoy the spirits of Michigan State. It is so hard to continue to defend and rebound when you're not making shots.
Tyrese Hunter, who made 7 threes yesterday for the Tigers, into Dainja. Left hand, and it goes. That was some kind of game. And 4 of the 5 games that have been played so far in this tournament have literally, and I'm using the word literally, gone down to the final possession. Dainja with a 7 of their 99 yesterday. Rogers won't go. Look at the rebound by Dainja. Boy, how intense was the UConn practice that we attended with?
Every UConn practice is intense.
It really is at another level, and we are lucky enough to see a ton of them. Nice move by Dainja.
Taking pressure to score, not just to break it.
Okoje on the drive, blocked by Reed, but followed by Dainja.
He makes point guard decisions at 6'8".
It's a 9-2 run for the Huskies. Dainja driving on Reed. Strength against strength, and Dainja wins this one.
A fabulous pass by Alex Scarabin.
His 3rd assist of the game. Memphis can hold for the last shot of the half.
And so many of his smart passes they're not the assist, they lead to the assist.
We've had 8 lead changes in this game. It has been an outstanding way to get this tournament going. Hunter. And up and in for Dainja to tie it. ESPN provides us with great information all through the college basketball season, and a big fan of Sparty.
He is the Picasso of research professionals.
P.J. Carter into the game. 5th-year senior, played at Texas San Antonio last year. More physical basketball down low between Dainja. Count it!
Give credit to Terrace Reed for that. Kept the ball alive and got an extra possession for his team.
Hunter, great look into Dainja, but Reed beats him to the spot. Left hand up, around, and in for Dain Dainja. Strong 2-handed rebound there by Cisse.
Memphis can take their time here. You don't want to take the air out of the ball, but there's no reason to be in a rush.
Haggerty inside, up and in for Dainja.
Out of almost 6 minutes and a drought of almost 3 minutes in this half and lead.
I really think if you're Memphis right now, you cannot let the game get away from you. Haggerty's got to look to take the game over a bit. With Dainja inside, ooh, I mean, is he a powerhouse going to the rim?
Again, Dainja got a handle on the ball. Race to the basket, and Dainja knocks it down again. And one. Apathy, frankly, on the Hill.
There was for a while.
A long time. And now it's back. You know, there is, and believe me, I'm not sure people are talking about national championship. But they're talking about
way to fight and get around and not allow the ball to get inside.
3rd foul on O'Donnell. Hard to the basket, scoring and one that time.
I mean, you can see he just hasn't played any minutes in this game due to fouls, but he gives you that ability for a big to really shoot the ball. He's done a pretty good job of staying in the game. He started the half with 3 fouls and picked up his 4th like 10 seconds into the second half. And there again, I thought this is smart basketball by him.
Pretty good look up top again by the big man for the Downs Lingard.
Good read.
Dainja looked on by O'Donnell. The freshman just went right through him.
They all have seemed to come in the last 6-7 minutes.
Well, it's a 3-point shootout. It seems like the team that makes the most threes will win the game.
29-22 Memphis, under 6.5 to play in the first half.
And one of Coach Bowles' keys, right, when he told us, he said we have to contain the Memphis guards. Right, Dain Dainja scores there, but the Memphis other end and then run the floor and be the first guy out. And how about his guards rewarding him? Oh, wow, right inside. Great
that's
play
great.
call, man. Great play call.
Well, they had the... And he misses the second, but right into the hands of Haggerty. Memphis in control, up 15, their largest lead. Came moments ago at 17, and now just 4 minutes to play. Dainja, pump fake, strong to the hole, lays it in as he switches hands.
Big fella.
Comes up with the rebound on the outlet. This is Henley going down low to the right block, has his pocket picked. And a steal by Memphis as they quickly go up the court here. Still waiting for our first bucket of the ball game. 18:40 to go, as there's a slam dunk on the right.
Blow for blow, and right now it looks like we're going to head that way the rest of this way with 7 minutes left. 4-point lead for the Rebels.
Dainja gets the pass on the right block. Gobert Cherry went up in the air, got upended with the rebound. As now Memphis is looking to take the lead here. And I got to think for Memphis, it might be their first lead in a long time. Yeah, since it was 9-7 in the first half. They give it down low and a big time.
7 turnovers now for Missouri, 10 for Memphis. Haggerty top of the key with 12 to play in the second half. Working against Perkins. In traffic. Oh, what a nifty pass to Dainja.
It's a really good pass.
Under 9 to play. Memphis by 2 over Missouri in the Battle of Tigers. Dainja working against Gray and his 4 fouls. There's not much Gray can do with the 4 fouls.